So, this is my presentation on how culture is being quantized. Firstly, I'm going to explain what culture is. I'm going to explain what neural networks are. I'm going to explain how neural networks are quantizing culture and what that means exactly. So, firstly, what is culture? So, Hallinan and Streifus offers a really nice definition of culture. It's quite a lot to take in, though, so I basically took three key components from their definition. Firstly, culture is what people look like, what they talk like, how they present themselves, sort of the individual aspect of a person. The second component of culture is how people interact with each other, how groups think, and the third element of culture is physical objects people make, such as architecture or music or paintings. So what are neural networks? You may or may not have heard what neural networks are, but they're essentially these computer algorithms that were inspired by neurons in the brain. I don't want to really get into depth of what they are, but essentially they are able to derive key information from a data set of images. So, for instance, this neural network was able to read a handwritten digit and then generate and then basically classify what number it was. So, how are the two related? So, essentially, neural networks are able to analyze a data set of things such as audio files or images or um, text and is able to construct a list of features that describe those things. So, for instance, if I fed a neural network every Monet painting, it would be able to generate a list of Monet-isms, such as his signature paint strokes or his blurry flowers. Liu kind of makes note of this, saying how new media basically offers users a control panel to control what they see. Essentially, as you will soon see, neural networks are able to generate new Monet paintings, just like a control panel. So I have three found objects that are instances of how culture is being quantized. So firstly is the CycleGAN. It is a neural network. I don't really want to get into how it works because I don't fully understand it myself, but essentially you can give it two data sets and like Monet paintings and landscape photographs. It's able to sort of transfer their aesthetics to one another. So in this case, we fed it a Monet painting and it was able to generate a sort of synthesized real version of it. Here's some examples from their website. The second found object is the NVIDIA face generator. It's able to generate high definition faces, and these faces are completely synthesized. They are not real. And this generated quite a lot of buzz last year. The third found object is summary. It is an algorithm that can summarize a text, such as a news article, Wikipedia page. As an example, I gave it the Wikipedia article for Hamlet, including the captions of images and the table contents, and it basically gave me these three sentences in return. It is actively used on the social media network Reddit. So if somebody links to like a news article, you can call on this auto TLDR bot and it will return to you a summary of that news article. So what does this mean exactly? Well, culture is becoming quantized, as you saw with those three objects. Hallinan and Streifus kind of pointed out that machines are basically able to take cultural artifacts and break them down into constructible atoms, and then from there they're able to generate more cultures, so to speak. They kind of naturally refer to this as algorithmic culture, which I really liked. But essentially, it's computational processes that can sort and classify and hierarchize cultural artifacts. And secondly, people are now able to pick and choose what they want more than ever before, as you saw with summary, for instance, or the CycleGAN. Liu kind of makes note of this, saying how people are more sensitive to keywords and higher level literature. Well, the summary object is actually a little instance of that. It's an algorithm that can return to you like the key components of a news article, so to speak. Anyways, thank you for listening. Here's the bibliography. All the images came from here. And yeah, thanks for listening.